Yo, it's me again. Ignore my voice. I'm very pissed right now because I saw a TikTok. Right, there's this video talking about how there's this 82-year-old the great no, I think it was great or great granddad, whatever. It's this man, this 82-year-old man or 83-year-old man. He tried raping his 7-year-old great granddaughters or great granddaughter, which obviously, how the fuck does that happen? And you know what I saw in the comments, man, and what's the religion? What the fuck? Any religion could do anything bad, but obviously, that's going against the religion. As long if you're a Muslim, right, like me, then going against the religion. No, sorry. If you're a Muslim, you would be going against the religion, trying to rape your own literal granddaughter, or like rape anyone in that fact, even if they're not related to you. You're still like it's still like you're raping your brother and sister, right? So that does not make sense. Why would people even do that? Why the fuck do people even rape? I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. But happens is, what was it? People were asking what the religion was, and some people were saying it's Christianity, some people were saying it's Islam, and then some people were saying it's men only. No, men and women can do rape. Men and women can rape people. What I said in the comments was what did I say? I said that boys, they don't like to talk about what happened to them. They don't like to talk about essay because they get clowned on the internet. They're so embarrassed to say what happened to them that they don't want to say it because men, they're the biological stronger gender, right? So obviously they're not gonna want to like say that they were the victim because people don't believe them to be the victim. That's why. But in reality, they are the victim. I'm not calling all men the victim, and I'm not calling all women the victim either. Both genders can be victims. You get me? Both genders, for example, a man can rape a woman. The woman is the victim, right? Yeah, that's right. But then, if a woman rapes the man, that man is a victim. It goes both ways. Equal genders, equal rights, and everything. Feminists don't talk about that, don't they now? Feminists, they only want women's rights, don't they? Most of them, at least. Or like some of them, actually, not most of them. Most of them are normal people who actually want both rights, who just want women's rights for everyone, as well as men's rights. They want rights to be equal, basically. They want equal rights, right? But some feminists, they're just so extremist, they're so extreme. Not like the Boston Valvex, but like extremists, as in they want to preach their thingy. They're willing to preach their thingy and force it onto people, just like how people force themselves onto onto others. That was a 7-year-old child, by the way, and no, barely anybody was saying, "Is the child okay?" And is the child okay? And my condolences go to the child. And apparently, what I heard was that the mother who reported her father or granddad or something, whatever it was, the mother who reported the 7-year-old daughter's great grandfather, she lost the job for it, but she chose her child over losing a job. I mean, she chose a child over a job. Is that not a good thing? Yeah, nobody's talking about that, bro. All they're talking about is what's the religion, what's the gender. Yeah, it was a man. So what? Men and a woman can both rape each other. It's been happening for decades. It's been happening for centuries. It's been happening for millennials. Genghis Khan used to rape so many women, and yeah, even then, women can rape people. And don't even get me started on religion, bro. Sometimes Christians be talking about how Muhammad, peace be upon him, he dated a minor. They don't talk about Rebecca, and then they say, Muslims are incestual because they get to marry their cousins. Don't get me started on what happened to Noah, bro. I think it was Genesis 13, 14 or something like that. But his own daughters raped him, bro. And he had children with his own daughters in the Bible. Don't get me started on that. I watched the videos, man. But it ain't about that. I don't care about that, man. I don't want to talk about child incest. I don't want to talk about Christian incest, bro. No Islamic incest, whatever, bro. I don't want to. I'm not trying to talk about incest. That's disgusting, bro. What I'm trying to talk about is the topic of this video is that both women and men, they're both human. Humans can do anything they want, really. Like, literally, we created nuclear bombs, atomic bombs, whatever, bro. Everything. And we're literally killing our own population. But none of us decide to work together. And most of them decide to just fuck it up for themselves, man. They all decide that they don't want to be friendly with each other. Which is really pissing me off. Cause how do you not have some sympathy, not have some empathy towards the child, man? Like, all you're focusing about is on the wrong things. You're focusing on the problem, not the equation. Just like that one movie or something. You need to focus on the equation, which is the actual answer, instead of the problem. You need to actually no, you need to focus on both, really, but mainly the equation, because that's what you're trying to get. But in this scenario, you're trying to follow the equation, what happened in it. You're trying to follow the equation and what happened to the daughter and how if she's doing okay right now. But thankfully, the granddad, he's getting extreme punishment, which is 20 years in prison. And some people are saying, oh, 20 years is not enough. He's 83, by the way. He's going to die in prison. And if he doesn't die in prison, he's going to come back out and he's going to die right after. He's going to immediately die, bro. He's 83 years old, bro. He can barely stand, I'm pretty sure. Well, usually he could barely stand because 83 is like a very old age and your joints are. It's some science shit. It's some science stuff. So I don't want to talk about that right now. But moral of the story: both men, women, vote. Any religion can rape people, but most religions, like for example Islam and Abrahamic religions, they talk about rape and they say no, you can't rape each other. But some Muslims, some Christians, some some Jews, they still be doing it because they don't follow the Quran, bro. They don't follow the Torah. They don't follow the Bible. They don't follow anything. They don't follow their own creator's rules, and that's on them. That's human being. That's our free will that God gave us. That's from our free will, not from Allah. Allah didn't command them, or God didn't command them, or wasn't it? Hisham didn't. What was it? I think the Jewish God was called Hisham. Something. Hisham didn't tell them to do it. What was it? Yahweh didn't tell. Yeah, Yahweh didn't tell the Christians to rape people, or Jesus didn't tell Christians to rape people. Allah didn't tell people oh God, Allah didn't tell Muslims to rape people. Nobody told nobody to rape each other, but we still do it because of our own free will. And obviously, there's something wrong with that. But obviously, it's on us. Yes, me and you. Well, not us, as in, if you are a rapist, then it's on you, definitely. But it's not me, because I'm not a rapist. As much as I may act like Jeffrey Epstein, I would never touch a woman, bro. They're too scary for me, and I swear to God, man. I know I may sound a bit edgy, but let me bring this phone a bit closer, bro. I need to get serious. Woman, I'm actually. I have a friend called Auntie, right? She's fucking horrifying. Anyways, back to the actual video. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's our free will. It's us as a human. We can't control our lust. Some people can't control their lust, but there's no defending that. You have to control your lust anyways. Even then, because there's consequences to creating a sin. That's why there's consequences to doing the sin. That's why he's that's why he's getting like 20 years in prison. That's why, or jail, whatever it was. He's gonna die in there. Inshallah, he dies. That means if God wills. I'm not really saying that he should. Actually, maybe he should. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he deserves. Maybe, just maybe he deserves to die before what he's done. Yeah, he definitely does deserve to die. I swear to God, but trying to do that to a 7-year-old, by the way. 83 to a 7-year-old. You want me to do the maths real quick? Hold on. Give me a second, bro. Oh, goodness. Yeah, oh, no, forget this, man. This is my private book, man. I need a piece of paper. Give me a second. I'm gonna do it in my English intervention book that I don't use anymore. Come, y'all. Look, I'm gonna do the maths for you real quick. Forget if my handwriting is ass, forgive me, bro, but it's obviously going to be buns. So let's do it. 83 divided by 7. You divide 8 by 7, which equals 1. Then you put the 1 to the 3, which 13 divided by 7 is 1. But the remainder, you have to make a decimal there for the bus stop method on both sides, both up and down. You see that? Where is it? Where up? Where the flip did it go? Oh, you're here. This right here. Where's it? Right here. You need to make the decimal right there. Yeah. Then that's what the hell? That's you have to put a 0 there, and then you have to make the remainder go onto the 0, which is 60. So what do you get from 7 divided by 60 equals... That equals 8? No, no, no. 8. Yeah, no, it equals 6. But what am I talking about? Yeah, 60 divided by 7 equals 6. My retard. Wait, let me do that again. 7, 14, 21, 22, no, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 8, man. I'm a dumbass. Okay. Yeah, so that's 8, and then you put another 0 there. That's 4. What do you get from that? You get 5. And then what do you get from them? That's 5 again. I mean, that's 5. So that's 7, and then you get 1, and then... Oh my god, it's just gonna go on and on, bro. Fuck this. So you get a 0, and then you gotta put a 1 there, and you gotta... Yeah, oh my god, it's gonna go on forever. So, you get the idea. 11.85 with a reoccurring, sorry. Yeah, 11.85 reoccurring. That's what you get, bro. That's how much of a difference there were in the age. As in percent... Actually, I don't even know why I'm doing this maths anymore, bro. The maths fried my brain, and I'm not sure why I'm even doing it in the first place. What I'm trying to say is they had a massive difference between the two, bro. Because 83 divided by 7. 83 against 7. That's like, I should have done flip my minus, bro. I'm like, 83 minus 7 is 70 something. 83 minus. Flipping 76, bro. They had a 76 year. They had a 76 difference, bro, in the age. That's actually mad, bro. I swear to God, bro. That's messed up, bro. That's fucked up, man. Anyways, that's all from me. Farewell. Thank you for listening. The farewell.